Welcome back. Today on our journey through the Bible, we will learn about Moses' call
Jesus
to
loves
his
me,
mission.
yes, I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
The call. Our memory verse today is taken from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24 to 26. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. The burning bush. When Moses was caring for his father-in-law's sheep, he usually took them by Mount Horeb to graze. One day, when he was out with the sheep by Mount Horeb, he saw an unusual sight. There was a bush that was on fire, but it was not burning up. This amazed Moses, so he came closer to investigate. Then out of the bush he heard a voice call out, "Moses, Moses." So Moses answered, "Here am I." Then the voice spoke again and told him not to come any closer. So Moses stopped. Then the voice said to him again, "Put off thy shoes, for the place where thou stand is holy ground." Moses quickly obeyed and took off his shoes. Then the voice continued to speak, saying, "I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." After hearing this, Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look on God. Then God told Moses that he heard the cry of the Hebrews in Egypt. And he told Moses that he would be the one to lead the Hebrews out of Egypt, back to the land he had promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the land flowing with milk and honey. Moses immediately began to doubt his qualifications for this job. So God assured him that he would be with him every step of the way. So Moses asked God, "When I tell the children of Israel that the God of their fathers sent me, what name should I give them?" And God said, "Tell them, I am that I am has sent you." Then God told Moses everything that would happen. He said that the Pharaoh would not want to let the Hebrews go, so he would perform miracles, after which the Pharaoh would let them go. Signs and a brother to help. Moses was still doubtful about whether the Hebrews would believe him. So God gave Moses some signs to show the people to help them believe. God asked Moses to throw his shepherd's rod to the ground, so he obeyed. When the rod hit the ground, it became a snake, and Moses jumped back in fear. Then God told him to pick up the snake by the tail, so Moses obeyed. When he held the snake, it became a rod again. Then God gave him another sign. He told Moses to put his hand between his clothes and his chest. Again, Moses obeyed. When he took his hand out of his coat, it was covered white with leprosy. Then God told him to put it back, and again he obeyed. When he took his hand out again, it had returned to normal. God said those who don't believe the first sign will believe the second, and those who don't believe the second will believe the third. For the third sign, God told Moses that he should take water from the river in Egypt and pour it onto the dry land. When he did this, God said, the water would become blood on the dry land. After the three signs God gave Moses, he was still doubtful and unsure of himself. He told God that he was slow of speech and not a fluent speaker. This made God angry. However, he provided for Moses' fare and told him that he would send his brother Aaron, who spoke well, to help him. God would speak to Moses, and Moses would tell Aaron what to say. God told Moses to take his shepherd's rod with him, because with it, God would do many signs and wonders through him. At this time, Moses was about 80 years old. He packed up his family and journeyed toward Egypt, and God sent Aaron to meet them along the way. Before the Pharaoh. When Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt, they gathered the elders of the children of Israel together. Moses told them God's message and showed them the signs, and the people believed. Then they worshipped God for his mercy towards them. The Pharaoh that was king when Moses was there had died, and a new Pharaoh was reigning. After speaking with the Hebrew people, it was time for Moses to present this message to Pharaoh. So Moses and Aaron went to speak to the Pharaoh and told him that the God of Israel said, "Let my people go, that they may go into the wilderness to worship him." The new Pharaoh was very defiant and said, "Who is this God that I should obey him and let Israel go?" Moses and Aaron repeated the request the God of the Hebrews had said, "Let my people go." With that, the Pharaoh decided that the work the Hebrew slaves were doing was not enough. So he sent out a new command that, in addition to making the bricks, the slaves now had to gather their own straw with which to make the bricks. The Hebrew people came to Moses complaining about the excess work that Moses had caused them. Then Moses took their complaints to God. God assured Moses that he would free the children of Israel, and told Moses to assure the people of the same. Now it's time for our activity. In what form did God appear to Moses? Correct. A burning bush that was not consumed. What did Moses' rod become when he threw it on the ground? Correct. It became a snake. What did Pharaoh do to the Hebrews when Moses asked him to let them go? That's right. He increased their workload. Try to write or say the memory verse from memory.
Yes, Jesus loves
Next time,
me.
we'll read about the Lord's
Yes,
response to the
Jesus loves
Pharaoh.
me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so.